isn't it? Then what is list, Emmanuel? Aditya, what is list?
And list is a Python data type
Python data type.
used to
So
store a sequence of
sequence
values.
of values. Okay, there are so many lists are there. We can create empty list, and we can create a list with integer value, a list with floating point value, a list with characters, and mixed data types. That is, we can mix integer, float, character, string, all type of data. We can mix and create one list. Okay, so next we which one is the last topic? I think it is list with sequence, existing sequence, isn't it? Okay. Okay. So the next is creating a list from existing sequence. The syntax is okay. Yachut, I'll share. Okay. So creating a list from existing sequence. What is the syntax of creating a list from existing sequence? L is equal to list within bracket, write the sequence. This is the syntax for creating a sequence from existing sequence. Okay. The syntax for creating a sequence from existing sequence is L is equal to list, use normal bracket, list within bracket, write the sequence. And the sequence means either it is a list, or we can use a tuple, or we can use strings, etc. Okay, instead of sequence, we can use list, we can use tuples, we can use strings. Okay, so we can create a list from existing list. We can create a list from existing strings, and we can create a list from existing tuple. That is sequence. Okay, this is the syntax for creating a list from existing sequence. Means if there is a string is if there is one string, then we can create a list from that string, and we can create a list from a tuple. We can create a string from a list. Okay, I'll write one example. Creating a list from existing string. L1 is equal to list, I will write world. Print L1. Here I am using L1 is equal to list within bracket. I'll write one string. The string name is world. Then I print this list, print L1. The output is just like this. List is represented using square bracket. So the output is within square bracket W O R L D. This is the output. So we are using this list function. We are creating a list with from the existing string. This is the existing string. From this existing string, we are creating a list. For that, the first statement is L1 is equal to list. List is the built-in function for creating a list. And it's a function, that's why I'm using this bracket. After executing this statement, we create one list, and in that list, the representation is square bracket. This is not for this open bracket and close bracket is not for list. It is for the function list. It is for the list function. So we are using this list function for creating a set of characters from this string. From the string word, we are creating a list of characters. So the output is within list is represented using square bracket. So the output is within square bracket WORLD. Is it clear, Dia?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then you write output as within square bracket WORLD. Then if it is a tuple, how we can represent a tuple? Is almost same as tuple. We'll discuss the tuple creation and tuple definition in the next topic. I will just explain what is tuple. What is tuple? What is the difference between the main difference between list and tuple?
Tuple is enclosed with round bracket
Yes, yes,
and
it's
the
correct,
list
correct, correct.
immutable.
Tuple is represented using normal open bracket and close bracket. List is represented using square bracket. That is the first difference. Okay. So first I will use a string as existing sequence. Here I am using a tuple as existing sequence. Okay. So T is equal to T is equal to WOR. This WOR, these three characters are represented using normal bracket, means this is a tuple. A tuple with value W, O, and R. These three values are assigned to T. Then we have to convert this tuple into list. For converting tuple into list, string to list, then what is list to list? We are using a function known as list. List is the function to create a list. Okay, Srihari?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so T is equal to WOR. T is for this WOR is represented using normal bracket, so it is a tuple. It is for tuple representation. So this tuple is assigned to T, and we have to convert this tuple into list. For that purpose, we are using list within bracket write T. Okay. In the statement, list is a function used to convert this tuple into list. This T, the content of T is converted to a list and it is stored in L1. Then what is the output? Print L1. What is the output? It will just print within square bracket. This is the output. Okay, we just convert this tuple into list. Is it clear, Aryan?
Yes, ma'am.
Adul?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is a list creation using tuple. Tuple is represented using open bracket and close, normal open bracket and close bracket. And we are assigning these three characters to T, and we are converting this T into list. For that purpose, we are using the function list. List is the function for converting a sequence into list. So list within bracket, write the sequence. Here the sequence is a tuple. That tuple is stored in T. So here I am writing T. So list of T is used for converting this tuple into list. That converted list is stored in L1, and print L1 means that list values are printed like this within square bracket WOR. Is it clear? Is it clear, Achut?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the normal list creation methods. We are creating a list using empty list, and we can create a list using some values. For all this purpose, we are using a built-in function known as list. So now we can discuss about what is the difference, what is the similarity, what is the difference between this string and list? Emmanuel, what is the difference between string and list? Emmanuel, speak louder. I think your mic is not working. Okay, Adul, what is the difference between list and string?
List is mutable, string is immutable.
Yes, list is mutable and string is immutable. Gauri, what is mutable?
We can modify
We
values.
can modify the values. That is the meaning of mutable. So in string, we cannot change the values. Once we created a string, we cannot change the values. But in the case of list, we can change the value. Okay. So now we discuss about the similarities between the string and list. Okay. First you write the terms. Similarity between list and string. First point is based on length. The second point is based on indexing and slicing. Third point is based on membership operators in and not in. The next one is concatenation and replication operators. Then accessing individual elements. Aryan, switch on the video. Shivani. Completed, Aditya?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So the first point is length. String, which function is used for finding the length of a string? Achyut?
Ma'am, len and in brackets.
Len. For finding the length of string? Is it correct, Srihari? Which function is used for finding the length?
Length.
Length, correct, correct. It is not len, it is length. Len is for finding the length of list. For finding the length of list, we are using len. The similarity is that in the case of list and string, we have a function for finding the length. That is the first similarity. The first similarity is we have a function for finding the length of list and string. For string, we are using the function length. It is length. But in the case of list, it is len. Len of L means it will count the number of values present in that list. If it is character, if it is number, if it is plot, it will count the number of characters or values present in that list and will return the number. That is the use of len. So the first similarity between list and string is in list and string we are using a function for finding the length. It is not similar. For string we are using the function length for finding the length, and for list we are using len. Is it clear, Achyut?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that is the first point. So for finding length of list, we are using len. For finding string, we are using length. Okay. The next point is indexing and slicing. What is indexing? Indexing means values, position values of the data element. Position values of the data element is known as indexing. So what is slicing? Gauri, what is slicing?
It is used to display a substring from a string.
In the case of string, we have to collect a string, a substring from a string. That is slicing. So slicing and indexing is there in string. At the same time, it is present in list also. That is the next similarity. Indexing and slicing is there in string, the same time in list. It is almost similar. L of I returns the item index. L of I is used to return the item index. L of ij returns a new list containing the object between I and j. We'll explain with example. First statement is L of I returns the item index. If we just write L of I means it will return the item index. Then okay, if L1 is equal to 11, 10, 20, then print L1 of 1. What is the result, Aditya?
And 11.
11.
Sorry, ma'am, 10. 10.
It is 10 because the indexing is starting from 0. That is 11, the index value of 11 is 0. Index value of 10, it is 1. Index value of 20, it is 2. Okay. So indexing is starting from 0 to n minus 1. N means number of elements. How many numbers are there? 3 numbers are there. So 3 minus 1, it is 2. This is forward indexing. What about backward indexing? Emmanuel, it is -1, -2, -3. Okay. So we can use either forward indexing or backward indexing. So here I am using L1 of 1 means L1 of 1 the value is 10. This is the meaning of first statement. L of I returns the item index. L of I means L of 1, L1 of 1. L1 of 1 returns the value of that item of that index. That is 10 it is returned. Is it clear, Emmanuel? Okay, so L of I returns the item index. If you are giving one index value, then it will return L of I means here I am giving, if I am giving L of -3, what is the value? Ardian, what is the value? Print L1 of -3. L1 of -3, what is the value?
11.
11, correct. That is L1 of -3 here, the value is 11. Okay, so the first point is L of I returns the item index. That means it will return the particular index data value or item value. Then the second point is L of ij returns a new list containing the object between I and j. This is slicing. What is slicing? Slicing means we can get a substring or sub value. In the case of list, it will return a sub list from the list based on this I and j value. I is the starting value, j is the stop value. Is it clear, Adil?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so L of ij means this is this statement is used for slicing method. Slicing the start value and stop value is here. I is the start value and j is the stop value. It will return a new list containing the object between I and j. J is not included. The same way of string, I is included, I to j -1. J is not included. Okay, so this is the slicing. We will discuss this slicing with more example in the next topic. Before that, we will discuss this membership operator, concatenation, etc. So, what is membership operators? In and not in. What is in and not in? L1 is equal to 11, 12, 30. Then, what is in and not in? The case of string. The case of string. What is in and not in? In tells if an element is present in the list or not. Okay. The case of string, we check if a particular character or if a particular substring is present in that string. The same way, in list also, it tells if an element is present in the list or not. If it is present, it will return a true value. Otherwise, it will return a false value. Okay. The same way, not in, the opposite of in. Okay. So, in tells if an element means if a number, if it is integer number or float number, if a value is present in this list, if it is present, it will return a true value. Otherwise, it will return a false value. In the case of not in, if a number is not in this list, it will return a true value. Not in means if that number not in this list, it will return a true value. Otherwise, it will return false value. Okay. So, L1 is equal to 11, 12, 13. Then print 11 in L1. What is the result? Achyut, what is the result?
0.
What?
Ma'am, I did not understand the question.
L1 is equal to 11, 12, 13. I'll write a print statement here, that is print 11 in L1. 11 in L1. What is the output?
True.
Correct, true. True is the output. Means in this statement, we are checking if 11 is present in this list L1. 11 is present in this list L1. Here 11 is present. So the result is true. If it is 21, what is the result? It is false. Okay, because 21 is not here. So it is a false value. Is it clear, Diya?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then what about this not in? The same list. First you write the first example. First example, it is 11 in L1. The output is 2. Then write another print statement, that is 21 in L1. The output is false. Okay, is it clear, Gauri?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then write the next statement. It is L1 is equal to 11, 12, 13. 21 not in L1. What is the output, Emmanuel? 21 not in L1. True, correct. True. 21 not in L1. So 21 is not here. The statement is true. So the result is true. Okay. If it is 12 not in L1. Srihari, what is the result? 12 not in L1.
False.
False, because 12 is here. 12 is in the list. So the statement is wrong statement. 12 not in L1. So it is a wrong statement. Is it clear? Aryan, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is the use of in and not in? Aryan, what is the use of in and not in?
In tells if an element is present in the list or not, and not in does the opposite of it.
Okay, in is used to represent, it will return a true value if a particular value is present in the list. Otherwise, it will return a false value. Just opposite of that, it is not in. Okay, so the next point is concatenation and replication operators, plus and star. Plus is for, what is the function of plus, Aditya?
And join.
Joining. For concatenation, the meaning of concatenation, it is joining. Joining two strings, we are using plus operator. Plus operator is for joining two lists. Here we are talking about list. So, and plus and star commonly used in both list and string. For string and list, the same. The function is same. Operator is also same. Okay. Plus is used for here. In the case of list, plus is used for joining two lists. Star is used for repeating a particular string, a list. Star is used for repeating a particular list. Okay. I'll write one example. Okay, that is concatenation. First is concatenation. I will first write one list. L1 is equal to 1, 2, 3. L2 is equal to 4, 5, 6. Then for joining, I will write print L1 plus L2. What is the result? The result is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Is it clear, Dia?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the first list is 1, 2, 3. The second list is 4, 5, 6. Print L1 plus L2 plus is for concatenation or joining two string. So the result is 1, 2, 3. L1 plus L2. What is the result of L2 plus S1? L1, Gauri. Is there any difference? L2 plus L1?
4, 5, 6.
Yes, correct. L1 plus L2 is first L1 is here and joining the second list. If it is L2 plus L1, then L2 is here and joining 4, 5, 6, and then it is 1, 2, 3. This is L2 plus L1. This is L1 plus L2. L1 plus L2 is not equal to L2 plus L1. Okay. So this is concatenation, joining two strings. The next is replication. It is represented using star. Print L1, L1 into 3 or 3 into L1. What is the result? Achyut, what is the result?
And in square brackets 3, 6, 9.
Within square bracket 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is the result.
Doesn't it multiply each element by 3?
No, 3 into L1 means for normal multiplication, we have to use two integers as our operands. Okay. For normal multiplication, we have to use two integers as operands. 2 into 3. Here we are using one integer, one list. One integer and one list. Now the operation meaning of this star operator is replication operator. Is it clear, Achyut?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if you are using two integers as operand, the value is for normal multiplication, so the result is 6. Here we are using one integer and one list. So the function of this star is replication. So 3 times this L1 is repeated. So value of L1 is 1, 2, 3. First I will write 1, 2, 3, 1 here. Then next, once again it is repeated. One more time it is repeated. 3 times 1, 2, 3 is repeated. That is star operator. If we are using star operator with two operands, one operand is integer, the other operand is a list or string. List or string, the operation is replication. Is it clear, Achyut?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any doubt regarding this replication operator? No. Okay. So next point is accessing individual elements. The individual elements of a list are accessed through their indexes. Means we can access 11 using their index value, just like Okay, if L1 is equal to L is equal to 22, 23, 24, then print L of 1. We can access this. What is the result of this print L of 1? We will discuss, first time we discuss that topic. That is L of 1. We are displaying the value of a list using this index value. L of 1 means 23. Here the index is 0, 1, 2. So L of 1 it is 23. So the last point is the same, accessing individual elements. We can access individual elements of this list using the index values. The individual elements of a list are accessed through their indexes. In the case of string also, we can access individual characters using their index value. Okay. So this is the last point. We have to discuss more about this slicing method that we will discuss in the next class. Okay. So I'll just summarize the points. Similarity between the first difference between list and string is based on their mutability. Two differences are there. First one is storage. Second one is mutability. Mutability is the main point. Storage we will discuss after some more topics. Okay. So mutable means the difference, main difference is mutability, means in list the values we can modify the values. The case of string we cannot modify the value. Then the similarity, these are the main similarities. We can use length function for finding the length of string, and the len function is for finding the length of a list. In this list, print L dot, it's not L dot, len of L. What is the result? Len of L. Gauri, what is the result? Print len of L.
3.
3. Okay, correct. So length, for finding the length or counting the number of values present in a list, we are using a function len in list. In string, we are using length. Then for indexing and slicing, for indexing, we are using index value L of 5. For slicing, we are using L of ij. Means I is the starting value, j is the stop value. We can use step value also. Okay. Then next is membership operators, in and not in. In tells if an element is present in the list. Means in and not in will return either true value or false value as result. In tells if a particular value is present in the list. Not in, if a particular value is not present in the list, it will return a true value. Otherwise, it will return false value. Then the next is plus and star.